This is Quinn. Quinn's not coming along as well as we hoped that he would be. He's him, and we haven't found out. He's 14 pounds. Him and a female who is 8 pounds were in the home with their dad. He was dead for a week before they found him. The body was starting to decompose, not trying to be ugly, but just thinking it might be one of the problems with Quinn. But Quinn, he runs. He's very much a flight risk. If he could get by himself at all, he would just run. We'd never be able to catch him. When you go to pet him, he shivers. I try to come from the back so that he doesn't shake so much, and he does pretty good if you come from the back. What do you think, Quinn? You want to talk to Mommy? But if you try to come from the front, let's see if I can get out of light. He can't help. Oh, you're doing good. Usually he dodges any hand coming from the front. You're doing good, baby boy. He's still not used to the dogs, but he's doing better. The first week we had cages in front of his play yard, and he was growling at the dogs through the cages, and we took one away slowly. But the dog that he was with kept jumping on him, wouldn't let him eat. So we kind of think she might have been his mother, even though she was only 8 pounds. But he just acts like a dog that's been beaten down. He's scared to death of any human. When we get him out of the cage, that scare the dogs too. So I bet there was just him and the one little girl. He's about 2 years old. We don't know how long it's going to take him to come out, but he's one of our rehab patients. We just take our time. Normally, a rehab patients would be like Miss Star here. Look at her. We just gave her, she stayed out, she took her time, and now she plays with Mommy. Yes, she does. She doesn't want anybody else touching her yet, but she plays with Mommy. She'll come over and play vacuuming, and she dances in the morning when Mommy gets up, and she dances when Mommy comes home. We don't think it's going to be too long on her. But she came over and play bowed to Mr. Quinn, and he growled at her because he's not sure if the doggies want to hurt him yet or not yet. It's quite a baby. Your baby Quinn. Look at that sweet little face. Look at that sweet little face. So I just don't want to come out of my play yard. I just don't trust those other doggies. I don't think he's ever had dogs other than the one that was holding him down. I'm about 2 years old, and say physically I'm healed and ready to go, but right now I'm working on my emotional health, and we'll keep you updated on my progress. There's no sense putting me on pet finders because I'm not, no one could adopt me yet. No one can hold me. He'll let me get in the crate with him, but he's very leery when you try to pull him on your lap. He'll only stay a second. I don't know if he's, if maybe the man he lived with, I hit him too, or just maybe a trauma of being there for a week alone. Right now we're just guessing and just letting him be comfortable. My baby Star. Look at my Star. She has done so well. Yeah, she's due a haircut when Mama gets back, aren't they? She's been such a good girl. Yeah, see, I started off as a buyer, wouldn't come to anybody. But say, nah, I likes my mommy. Because I let her hand me to some people. I like my chin rubs. And then she has days that she doesn't want Mommy to pick her up either. So we're still holding her off. No sense putting her up for adoption. Right, baby? Because I'm coming out of it, so I'm getting to be a happy girl. Getting to be a happy girl. Yes. Ashley is still Ashley, aren't you, baby girl? Just figured up coming up in March, we'll be have Ashley 7 years. She's used to living in the bathroom, but she's out now. It used to depend on how many dogs were here and if there were any that she was afraid of. But it's been several months now. She's out of that bathroom. She likes this cot here, and she likes her bed. And she likes laying on that bed with her head in the corner. And she's comfy. She comes up to everybody and lets them pet her. But she's going to take a special person to adopt her. You coming, Mommy? No? Ashley goes stiff when you pick her up. She's a doll baby. Come out here so we can see you. Come out here so we can see you. Come to Mommy. Come, there she comes. Yes, see how she stands off, a little reserved, like she's afraid I'm going to grab her and pick her up. Just doesn't like to be held, and when you do pick her up, she goes stiff. You have to sedate her for grooming. Yes, we do. But she's sweet. She's never snapped at anybody. She'll just run.